Every night, all the time. Every day I need an ounce and a half. SP, the only flow that you know, with a bounce and a half. Listen kid, I need a mountain of gas, so I can roll up, hop in the whip and like bounce.
So what you know about being quiet? Because your fellas watching novellas and it's getting dramatic, or cops pull you over and the only thing illegal in the whip is you, so you start to panic. See, not all white people's racist. That mindset is tragic. Shit, I knew some American dads that kept the alien in the attic. Mexican boys. The room will create that boom, then why reverse rhymes? If it had no spark with short fuse, then why reuse gunpowder if it didn't blow up the first time? But I don't respect your grind, I don't respect your grind. Y'all think he's the best bet? This your third PG, and North gave you me, cause he know I'm the next threat. You we go hard, saw what I did in chess when that vet slept. My abilities, paranormal activity. Now I gotta lay powder down for y'all to see my next step. Whip was a car chase. I hit the powder before I go out shooting like Scarface. But here's the taste. It's plain to see we air hearts no Amelia. And I don't use Uber Pool because they never have enough seats for the familia. Or murderous cholos. Or how it's a propaganda for gun control. That's why we getting murdered by the popo. Or how the government, man, fuck that. You from Hawaii. You was on the beach with the straw and the cocoa. We in Miami. I was on the beach with the straw and the cocoa.
What's good, Don, man? It's your boy Freddie from Freddie TV. How you doing, bro?
What's good with you, man? Chilling, vibing.
Chilling. You good, man? You just waking up or what?
Yeah, man. I've been having a crazy weekend. I'm not sure if people know. I got mad battles coming up. I just came from Orlando, and the week before I battled Bad News. This week I'm battling Gage in Chicago. So I had just
I just seen your tweet and shit where you had all the battles posted up. Like that shit's crazy.
Yeah, and after that I got URL. After that, end of July, I got Johnny Storm back in Orlando. So,
man. Is this the first time you've been booked like this many battles this close?
Nah. Actually, it's been a while since I've done this, to be honest with you. But like a year ago, I had battled Dre Dennis, Twin Cal Getcha, and some other cat named Ryan back to back. So, but all these battles came up, so I just said, fuck it, let's just try to do it, man. So I tried to knock all these battles out. And so far, I just had an A1 performance with Bad News. Yeah. I just killed it this Saturday. It was crazy. And I'm gonna see what I could do against Gage in Chicago, man.
That's what's up, man. Congrats to you and your success, man. I'd like to see you grinding for real.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you.
Well, Don, man, this one's a little different for me, man, because usually the people I interview are up-and-comers, man, but you're kind of smoking right now. You're on fire. But I still want to get the people more in tune with, your background and how you really got to where you're at now, bro. Let the people know where you was born and raised, bro.
Now, I'm born in Miami, Florida, man. I was raised in Homestead. That's south of Miami. You feel me? If y'all know what Homestead is, it's basically an agricultural area for a lot of Hispanics and immigrants that come here that works in the field. My mom is born in Mexico and she moved here, and so she worked in the fields for a long time until she retired. So I'm from Miami, from Homestead. That's where you get all the Mexican bars from, man. I grew up around straight immigration and watching them work and stuff like that.
That's what's up. That's crazy, man. So you've been here your whole life then? You said your mom came here, so you basically been here your whole life?
Yeah. Like, I battled somebody. They were like, "Oh, you're not even born in Mexico," and I had to like flip it back on them. Like, yeah, they try to hit me with the whole, "What do you know about the Mexican struggle?" I was like, "Yo, I see what my mom went through, my people." So yeah, I was born in Miami, raised in Homestead my whole life, man. I never left this area or nothing like that.
That's fire, bro. What were your influences growing up in Miami? You got the Spanish background. I'm sure you got a lot of hip hop, influences being in Miami and shit.
Yeah, man. Down south was JT Money, Trick Daddy, Uncle Luke, of course. Then when Pitbull came out eventually, and Rick Ross. you know. But I liked a lot of the North stuff too, man. Biggie Smalls was one of my favorite MCs, you know, and just vibing to them. But I also like a lot of alternative stuff too from rock. When it comes to music, man, I rock the whole genre and stuff. So,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
mostly it came down for the down south from Trick and JT Money, even like under artists that never got discovered, like Mike Smith, Briscoe, and Bad Guys, and the Dunk Riders, and all them Icebergs. So I kind of
Yeah.
vibe out to more down south music.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Now, bro, are you bilingual, bro? I know you bring a lot of Mexican bars up and shit, but I don't know if I heard you talk like complete Spanish. Do you speak both languages?
I do, but my Spanish is kind of bad. Like I tell people what it was. My mom to better when I was growing up, my mom wanted to better her English, so she spoke to us mostly in English. But I understand Spanish, I can speak it, but it's not as sharp it should be. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's better than me, man. My mom's Puerto Rican, so she talked that real fast Spanish, and that shit kind of fucked me up when I was younger. Like I was mumbling between English and Spanish, so my mom just was like, "Fuck it, we're gonna get him English," and that's it.
Yeah, nah, yeah. Like I can speak Spanish, but it's not as like sharp. Like even some of like some of my Spanish fans be like, "Yo, your Spanish is really choppy," and I was like, "Yeah, yeah." But like what it is growing up, my mom wanted to better her English, so she spoke to me in English
Mhm.
my life. So, but my older brothers, they know they barely know English, so it's
Yeah.
crazy.
My little sister too, she speaks Spanish and English, so she gives me shit all the time. Like I get it from the whole family and shit.
There's nothing wrong with that, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, as long as you rep the culture, feel me?
Yeah, that's the thing. Look, hey, look at Selena. Selena didn't know Spanish. She just learned her music. I mean, sorry, she didn't know English. I mean, yeah, she didn't know Spanish. She just she learned her music in Spanish and she rehearsed it. So,
Exactly, exactly. Now you told me a little bit about your influences, bro. Did you get into music before battling?
uh, I tried to make music, man. It wasn't my thing. My music, like you could tell, like I was like battling on beats type thing. What it was, I have my little brother. Shout out to Young Gun to Raw. Check out his music. He was making music, so I was mostly just pushing and supporting him.
Mm-hmm.
And then one day we went to like an event, and they were like $20. $20 you get to enter like a freestyle competition, and you could win like $500 or something. So my little brother like, yo, go ahead and do it. So I did it, and I won. I came back like 3 months later, did it again, and I won. I tried to come back for the third time. They were like, "Nah, man, you're a professional. You can't enter." And I was like, "Yo, I don't do this." So there was a cat. So there was a cat there that was like, "Bro, you gotta try to battle rap. Why don't you try to battle rap?" So that's how I kind of got into it. But I was really just going out there to support my little brother, and next thing you know, I'm here right now. So that's
Right,
crazy,
right. What year was this in, bro?
huh?
What year did
Oh,
this happen?
this is like, man, like I like to say 4 years ago.
Damn,
But
that's crazy.
this is my third this is really my third year of battle rap. Like that happened like 4 years ago. I still did battle at that time, and then when I finally did it, was like on some local Miami scenes, Miami area. Probably the furthest I went was Tampa. But then the second year, that's when I really tried to pursue it. And
Mhm.
people know this, but I've been on King of the Dot. Um, I actually have a King of the Dot, a main stage battle.
Right, right.
Uh, I've been on We Go Hard, and then after that year, I was like, man, I'm gonna give it a real good push, and that's when I battled chess, and everything got popping for me.
Yeah, that's a perfect segue to what I was gonna ask you next, because I do remember you from King of the Dot, but I didn't put it together until I heard somebody when they brought up the name change. Why did you change the name from Don Dollars to Don Marino?
All right, so if you watch my old battles, I always say it's your boy Don Dollars, Don Marino, and then I'll just continue wherever the phrase was.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so it's it's a funny story. So I battled Excel, We Go Hard, and
Mm-hmm.
I was Don Dollars at the time. I think there was another cat named Don Dollars, but he didn't spell it with a Z. He just spelled it Dolla, I believe. But
Mm-hmm.
at the time, he had just battled DNA. So I go on stage to battle Excel. So Cat was like, "Yo, where's Don Dollars at?" So they point at me. They're like, "Oh, there he goes." He's like, "Nah, that's not Don Dollars. Don Dollars is black." You're like, "Nah, that's another one." And he was like, "What? Fuck this! I didn't pay to see this." And he walked out. And I was like, "Oh, that's just embarrassing." So and then not only that, like Facebook made me change my name. So I put Don Marino. So when people would ask me where to find it at, I always have to be like, "Oh, it's Don Marino, Don Marino." So I just decided, like, you know what, man, let me just leave it as Don Marino. And then me and that other dude's Versa Tracker kept getting mixed up.
Yeah.
So I just changed it to Don Marino.
Where's the other dude from? I never heard of him.
Man, I haven't heard of him since. I know he battled like he had battled a name. He had battled DNA, and I thought he at the time my mind was like, oh, he's on the rise. He just battled DNA, and but I haven't heard of him since. So I could have kept the name, man, but I ended up liking the Don Marino name better because I am from Miami and it fits it better with Dan Marino, Don Marino. So
Yeah, that's
so
it.
it did bother me.
For sure, man. Well, shit, real quick. So the chess battle is kind of what you where you took off. How did that battle get booked, bro?
All right, so shout out to Drake Dennis and CeeLo, Gates of the Garden. There was a league in Miami called Dade County Battle League, and they had booked me to battle Drake Dennis. So I battled Drake Dennis, and and after the battle, he was like, "Bro, you're crazy with it. Like people probably wouldn't even know that you could rap. You're like, I got to bring you to my league. I'm starting. It's called Gates." So he brought me to the first event. I was supposed to battle Mo Mula. He backed out on me the 2 days before. So I ended up battling Floss the Boss on 2 day prep. But I didn't do that good, but you can watch that battle. And then so Dre hits me up, was like, bro, I'm doing a big card. Let's get you a name if you're willing to invest in yourself. So, I hit up my staff, my AO Dub staff. They each was willing to help invest in me. So I said, all right, so what name should we get? So Dre was actually trying to get me Briz Rothstein at first. And I was like, bro, I don't know if like his energy's so crazy. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to
Yeah.
match up with it. So when that didn't work out, he was like, yo, you versus Av. And I was like, bro, you just trying to get me smoked, right? So, so finally he hits me back. And he was like, "Yo, what about chess?" Because he said he's down to do it. And then I was like, "Yo, you know what? I do Mexican bars. It'd be dope if I do like a struggle version of it, since he does struggle bars." So I said, "You know what? Let's just do it." You know what I'm saying? So that's how we ended up putting that together. And me and Chess finally got to meet up and battle, and I didn't took off right there.
That's crazy. Now, when did the Mexican bar stick for you? Was that like the first one that stuck, or were you doing it before that?
Nah, I was doing it for that, man. Shout out, watch. I battled High Collide and I did Mexican bars. Even my very first battle, I used to like have Mexican references and stuff like that. But I think back then I used to do them so like too cultured, where like people didn't understand what I was saying.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're like, all right, I get what he's saying. Like if you're like, you have to like really understand. Like also, I'm like, all right, you're getting too deep with it. So with chess, I took the stereotypes and we flipped it in a different way. But like I used Mexican bars when I battled in Canada on King of the Dot. They didn't hit
Mm-hmm.
over there. If you watch me versus Excel and we go hard, I had Mexican bars in my third. They didn't hit because, like I said, it was just too detailed. So with the chess one, I think I had got the formula right. Like, okay, people are gonna get it because this is the stereotype they use on me, but now I'm flipping it to make it in a positive way.
Facts, facts. That shit's really amazing, bro. Like you really did something with that one. How do you feel about people giving you the flack, like talking about you bringing down your culture, and when really you're just flipping on them because they're gonna say it to you anyway. You feel me?
Yeah, that's fact. I don't know, man. I just have weird things about that sometimes. Like, I watched like for example, B Magic versus Iron Solomon. B Magic was like, I'll put in the ratchet to work like black businesses. Like, what's that reference or what he's referring to? You know,
Exactly.
like P said, look what happens when you give a white boy a shotgun. So he's referring that all white people shoot up schools.
Right.
So it's kind of like, all right, if y'all not gonna give them slack, why are you gonna give me slack? But I just learned how to embrace it, man, because like Cortez said, me and Cortez chopped it up. Cortez said for 10 years they were calling me Mexican as an insult. You
Mm-hmm.
know, now finally when there's a Mexican on the scene that's like embracing it, you can't use it because that's what he represents. Y'all mad now, so I just feel
Exactly.
like people are just trying to find something to use it to break it. You know what I'm saying? Like like everybody that battles me tries to use their struggles or try to flip it, and it doesn't work. So I just feel like instead they just try to hate on it and say, oh, you're making fun of your people or culture. So I don't really take
If anything, to me, it lands better, especially with you being like one of the first Mexicans to break through. You feel me? Like I feel like you're just putting on for the culture, really, in a creative way. You feel me?
Yeah, man. Bro, it's crazy. Like, there's people that like message me, hit me up, write to me in Spanish that tells me like, yo, like, one dude was like, yo, I'm in, he said Venezuela right now, and I got deported, and I feel this. You know what I'm saying? There's some people that hit me up like, yo, my dad got deported. When you said this bar hits home, and like I said, I live in Homestead, man. Like I work with the migrant program. The migrant program is basically kids that's parents that are immigrants that work in the fields. You know what I'm saying? So I'm around this 24 hours, and it's dope because this is, what I'm saying is real life that I'm using it to give back to people that could feel it. So, and I think it brings a different viewers to battle rap. You know what I'm saying? Not just people that don't watch battle rap, just watch my battles, and now they're like, oh hey, I watched you battle this person, but I also found out there's Cortez, and oh I watched this person now. So, I just ignore the hate at this point.
For sure, dog. Just keep doing you, bro. Before we move on, bro, one more thing I wanted to ask you about. You were talking about Dre Dennis a little bit. Do you kind of feel like y'all situation is kind of like how Loso and John John is, where he's kind of like a league owner and he kind of brought you over and you broke through?
100%, man. I tell people straight up, Jay Dennis is like my manager at this point, and he is. All my bookings, everything, I always go through him. Every decision I made, I always go through him. Like when NWX hit me up, I went to Dre, told him like, "Yo, man, they hit me up," and Dre haven't stirred me wrong. You know what I'm saying? Dre knows the mistakes that he made in his career early on that didn't
Mm-hmm.
help him, go to the next level. So he's like, "Yo, this is where I went wrong. Don't do this, or this is where I wish I would have did. So you should do this." So Jay's 100%. Not only is my league owner, but he's like a manager to me, and the man's been A1, man. He's got me my best plates, my best looks. He helped me get the smack. Bro, all these battles I got right here is lined up because of him, and they're all paid battles where I get to travel in the world. And even in October 12th, Dre Dennis got me booked in London, so I'm going to London. You know what I'm saying? So that's wild to me, man.
That's fucking incredible, man. Shout out to Dre Dennis, man. I think y'all relationship is fire. It looks good out there, man. Hope y'all keep it together, man. Keep going for real.
We definitely gonna keep it going, man. Like, it took a minute to bring me back to the gates. They tried to line me up with Twerk twice. It didn't work out, unfortunately. But he
Mhm.
got me this bad news joint, and I killed it. It should be on the URL app, I think by tonight or tomorrow, the latest. So, and look at that, Drake got this battle picked up on the URL app. So
Yeah, I was
that's
seeing
even
that
more.
too. That's crazy. That's crazy. You and Dre are putting in work, bro. Keep going.
Yeah, yeah.
Real quick, did you want to? Is there any reason why that? Can you talk about the twerk battle? Is there any reason why it didn't go through twice?
The first time I think his girl gave birth, so I understood it was a family thing. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? The second time I don't really know what happened, man. To be honest with you, was he said that he had a meeting or something like that, and he just backed out the day of, and I just told Dre, look, bro, I, let's not rebook this no more. Just I don't know
Just
why
move on,
why
right?
it's happening. So let's move on from it. So Twerk is cool, man. We chopped it up. You feel me? Like but as battling him, I just don't see it happening anytime.
Yeah, yeah, for real. Just move on from it, man. I don't think it really would have made a difference, man. You're still on fire. The path you're on, you're still going crazy. So fuck it, man. If it happens in the future, it happens. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, that's facts. Yeah, at the time I was like, damn, it was a dope look, but now, like I said, I don't think I needed it. Me and Prep had a fire battle on the app on Born Legacy.
Crazy,
Uh,
yeah.
yeah, this bad news joint's about to drop. I think I got him, and then I got two URL plates already set to go, and they're gonna be crazy when those come out too. And plus, I got the Cuban battle that's about to drop too. So, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Even though it would have been a dope look, yeah, it didn't really affect much.
Definitely, definitely, for sure, man. Real quick, let's see here, dog. I'm gonna take a look at what you've done since you've taken off. You got Press Mafia, Jada Nightwing, Gunpowder Pat, Dirty Prep. Where do you rank yourself in your class, bro? You put yourself right at the top, number one.
Man, I used to be humbled about this stuff, man, but I'm gonna just keep it real, bro. Like,
Dog.
I know they want to do rookie. I know they want to do rookie of the year this year. Like, I feel like I got it on lock, man. Like I know a lot of people don't give me props. They like, everybody like, oh, Ace, I mean, should be rookie or Swamp or whoever. I think I got it on lock, man. Like Pat, Jay, and I battle Skates. The Skates footage never dropped. A lot of people kind of give me the L to Jay, but I tell people I'm not perfect. I can't win every battle. You know what I'm saying? So, but that
Yeah,
was
that's
just,
debatable. I think that's debatable. That can go either way. You feel me?
bro. I think it's debatable, but I think at that time that Jada Knight was so fresh out, new with that style that people were just like, oh, blown away about it. So they
Yeah.
kind of towards him, and I get it. So even if they want to give me that L, man, like that was, so after that, I went on to beat Skates. I feel like I beat Prep. When that footage dropped, a lot of people were giving me the 2-1.
Hmm.
I feel like I beat Prep. Um, all my small room battles this year, I won. SG, Young Herb, uh, this cat Sunday Talent, Bad News, Cuban when that joint dropped. So like I've been non-consistent, I'm making good moves. I got a lot of content coming out on URL. I
Hmm.
just NWX. So I feel like as an impact as a whole, man, I just been nonstop where I'm not sitting around waiting just for URL. You know what I'm saying? I just been battling consistently, names and not names,
Right, right. I feel like what separates you from the other rookies, bro, is the level of talent that you're facing. You feel me? Like it's a little bit higher than what the other ones are going against. So I think you got that locked too, my G, for sure.
Yeah, yeah, I definitely feel that, man. Like I said, like a lot of people are like, oh no, but like, like for example, Ace Amin battled I think Fuse the General and Burke Bucks, they're dope and stuff like that. But I battled, Cuban and Prep, you know what I'm saying? Now
Right.
I got my next URL plate is another step up, and the one after that is a huge step up. So I've been facing nonstop competition, So and like I said, like I just got bad news on the gates. When that drops, people can see. I think I took that. I got Gage in Chicago. He battled Averb. Just see how I'm
Hmm.
gonna do against that. So we'll see, man. But I feel like I got the rookie spot on top, man. And the work that I'm putting in, the consistency, I'm really aiming to get top 20 on champion, bro. That's my goal.
Hey, salute. Keep working, man. I just got like two more for you, Don. What's your favorite performance to date, bro?
Uh, I feel like the chess because it was just so monumental for me, man. Like I remember, bro. All right, so with the chess battle, I drove from Florida to Jersey,
Damn,
and
how long is that?
oh man, it's like the thing is, I came with like 12 people with me. So like we'll stop somewhere. It's a bathroom break, but like literally 30 minutes later, somebody has to go bathroom, so you stop it. So it was supposed to be like an 18-hour trip. It turned out to be like 24, 25 hours type thing. So, anyways, but on the way there, I got arrested. I got arrested like in North Florida. So, I had all I had on me was like the gas money in my rent and the hotel bread, and all I had on me was like I think I think I had to pay like 400 a check, right? So that's all I had in my pocket. So as soon as I got arrested, I like, man, I got to get out of here. You feel me? I got my peoples in the truck. So the police were like, man, you can bail yourself out right now with $600. And I was
Oh,
like, that's all. So I said, F it, man. So I just gave it to him. And I remember like driving to Jersey, just like, damn, I don't have Chester's bread. There's no way I'm a battle. And my boy Colossus, he came with me. He battled Twerk. I had two or three other guys that battled on that car, so that's why I had to get out. And I remember calling Dre at a gas station, like, Dre, bro, like, I don't got the bread. This what happened. I sent a proof. And Dre, like I said, this is the first time me and Dre really working together doing business. Dre was like, look, bro, I got good vibes from you. I feel like you'll pay me back. Don't worry about it. I'll pay for chess. Like, it'll come out my pocket. Don't worry about it.
right.
So, I remember that whole trip just being like hell because I lost all my gas money and my hotel bread. But luckily, my team hit me up. They sent me some money to make sure I get back safe. So, anyways, the crazy part is, I battled chess, and I remember just people like just being so blown away. It was like everybody, like, oh, you got performance of the night, and I remember it dropped, and DNA shouting me out, and John was like, yo, they're like, I'm picking him up for bullpen. I remember Norris hitting me up, man. So it was so monumental that moment for me just to do it. And if I had to choose a second battle, it'd probably be the prep battle, just because I never battled in front of a huge crowd like that ever. And it was just like a surreal moment that I'm battling in front of Smack, on a big stage. So it'll be chest, it probably prep.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. It almost didn't happen. That's what's wild about it.
People don't even know that was like you ever like fucked up bad and you had to tell your parents, so you're dreading that shit. You have to tell them. It was
Yeah.
like yo, I'm gonna tell this man I don't have the bread, but like Dre was like, bro, I got good vibes. I trust you, and and it was crazy, man. Me and Dre worked close since ever then. So that chess battle did a lot for me overall, as a gaining a friendship and a management from Dre, gaining a fan base, and I think it was just a monumental moment for me. So that chess battle, then the prep one.
Dope, dope. All right, man. Well, last one I got for you, man. The biggest one, man. How did the NWX happen, man? Who hit you first?
Oh man, you know, it's crazy because like I saw K Shine, he had a bar with my name, and then T Top had a bar with my name in it on the big stage, and I always thought like, damn man, these cats really rock with me in them, and DNA always showed me love online, and T Top, me and T Top hosted an event together, and it was like nothing but good vibes between me and T Top, but what really happened was I had battled Cuban, and T Top was front row, and after the battle, T Top didn't say nothing to me, we didn't even chop it up. after the battle, we went home. I think like 2 days later, DNA hits me up like, "Yo, what's your phone number?" So I get it to him. He's like, "Look, man, T Top was like, we was kind of keeping an eye on you. We were scouting you out. T Top wanted to see how you do in that environment. You're in front of the Goonies. You're battling Cuban like in his home turf in the DMV. We want to see how you doing." And T Top said you cook crazy. Like he said he couldn't believe how you was wilding and handling it, and even like me and Cuban got like in a little scuffle type situation, like little push and shove in the third, and T Top liked the way I handled myself. So he said, all of them all agree, like nobody didn't disagree or felt like nah. So that it was basically T Top got the final scout, and then DNA hit me up and put me on.
That's fire, man. I'm looking forward to see what this does for your career, man. I think it's a really good move, man. It fits. You see a lot of people join teams, man. You're like, why'd he do that? But I think this fits really good, bro. I think you're gonna do really well over there with NWX.
Yeah, I was I did an interview with Norbs, and he asked me like why did I join it, and I told him straight up, man. I said, bro, that you got DNA that to me is a legend. You got K-Shine that's clearly a vet. That's probably one of the hottest MCs right now. T Top crazy with it. Even Big T's a legend, and I could learn a lot from them. You know what I'm saying? And what separates NWX from the rest of the groups, I feel like NWX makes better decision moves in and out the ring. With sponsorships, getting on commercials, and do what they got to do just to elevate and keep rising. So that's what I want to learn. I want to learn how I could be a better MC, but at the same time make better networking and sponsorship decisions outside the ring. So I think that's a perfect fit, man. And like I was telling, like DNA was too. Like you're bringing a lot to the table because now you're from Miami. You have different viewers, you have a different following. You know what I'm saying? We're expanding to your market now, so we get to help each other. So I think that's dope, man. I think me and NWX gonna make dope moves together.
That's fire. That's fire. Well, Don, man, I appreciate you, Miami legend shit, man. I'm sorry I had to put a Latino card on you, bro. I was like, man, what up, Don? Get with me, Don.
Yeah, nah, man. You already know what it is, man. It's much love, bro. You feel me? Like, thanks for having me, man. I always get humbled and honored when I do these interviews because it's like so surreal. You feel me? Like, I remember just trying to battle to now like people want to do interviews with me. So that's so crazy, man. So thank you for having me, bro. I've been following your channels now. You feel me? I'm gonna be sharing your links, help you get your subscribers up, and do what I can to support you. So thank you for
Appreciate
having
it,
me, my
bro.
brother.
Appreciate you. Thanks for taking the time, man. We'll see you soon. We're gonna link up after the next battle, all right?
Ah, man, salute, my brother.
All right, Don P.